Hello, my gorgeous Gemini. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium. And this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading. And it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini. And it's for October 2022. This month, your number is 17. 17 is a very powerful number, but it also means that you are going to find yourself like in such an element, such a stage of your life where you are going to be thinking, why do you feel now suddenly so incomplete? And this is not like kind of sudden, but there were certain things that you've had on your mind over the last few months, but now you're going to be facing this part, this aspect of your life, and it's going to be quite intense. But this is important in itself, because by you feeling, why do you feel so incomplete in your life, at the same time, you know, this is kind of gonna get you going in order to make the necessary changes, but above all, in order to start to actually paying attention to this. It's important to resolve this, whatever it is, as soon as you possibly can, because I'm keep on saying this, my Lord, you know, this life is so short. You know, we have chose, all of us, every single one of us chose to be on this earth. This is the truth, this is the fact. Every single one of us chose to come to this place, to come to this earth. Why? Because it's so difficult. It's not, the life it's not meant to be easy. But the point is that we're going to be facing challenges, and the challenges, you know, some challenges are more important than other challenges, and it's all part of your spiritual journey and how far you're going to get in life. This is important for you to understand, because it's also an absolutely giant, enormous stepping stone that you are going to be able to go over. Just imagine this gorgeous spiritual, absolutely mind-blowing bridge that you're gonna cross. Once you get to the other side, you're not gonna believe what is going to be there, because you cannot see it just yet. But once you get there, everything is going to change. So this is why this is so important, my gorgeous Gemini. So once you kind of like really kind of find yourself feeling incomplete, you know, and this is going to like really point towards your own happiness, it's going to make you worried, but at the same time it's going to increase this desire to recover what is lost. That in itself is going to kind of highlight the certain doubt and the certain suspicion in your life, but then at the same time it's more important that it's actually going to be highlighted what is going to be highlighted, which is going to be extremely important here, is unwise plans. Okay, unwise plans are going to be highlighted, and few days later, you know, there is going to be a message that you are going to have, and the message that you are going to have, it's all what you needed. And actually, specifically at around, I'm saying few days later, sorry, but the message is going to be absolutely obvious here in between the 21st and the 27th of October, especially because that message in itself, it's going to bring so much clarity into your life, especially when it comes to something being exposed, what was hidden from you. So you're going to become fully aware of this particular aspect of your life. This is brilliant, because at the same time this is going to really help you to deal with an obstacle that created so much problems, you know, so many problems, especially in terms of like kind of things being delayed in your life. You will understand, and you will see how, oh my God, how everything is like connected, how many things are actually connected. But most importantly, it's going to boil down, and it's going to point exactly towards which part of your life, towards something very specific goal that you need to kind of give more energy to. And very interesting is, what is going to be quite interesting when it comes to that specific goal, is that at that moment in time, the certain things are going to start changing in terms of the actual priorities. So just most importantly for you to understand is to go with it whatsoever. But at the same time, you know, there is going to be very interesting advice that you are going to have this month, my gorgeous Gemini. I like this so much. And this interesting advice that you're going to have, it's going to come from someone very spiritual, someone very different, someone very quirky, someone very unusual, someone really powerful in such a way where that particular person is allowing themselves to be themselves so much. But at the same time, this interesting advice that you're going to have and get from that spiritual person, it's not only going to open your eyes, but it's also going to help you to understand the power of cooperation. Through the power of cooperation and understanding, you're going to become aware of the minor deceptions. You know, you're going to realize minor deceptions before the damage can be done. So of course that this is going to be quite important, but at the same time you're also going to become aware of like the fact that maybe someone has been taking a little bit of advantage of you. Okay, and this particular person who has been taking a little bit of advantage of you, it's someone who is in your life, and you need to work this out. You need to realize what this is. You need to realize what is going on, because somebody who is in your life, who is around you, hasn't been completely honest with you and has been taking advantage of you for some particular reason, whether this is to do with the finances or it's to do with something else. You really need to pay attention and you need to realize who this is. This is very important indeed. And also, when it comes to that person who's been taking advantage, you see, this is like this person is a part of your life, and I don't trust this person. Almost as if that person was like kind of you see this here, I will explain. Almost as if this person is like someone who maybe just like hasn't been completely honest, or someone who's just going to start slowly but surely showing their real face to you. So this is something I need you to understand. But also at that moment in time, intuitively, you will know that you're absolutely right. You will know that your intuition has been guiding you and has been making you aware of this particular specific person already. So you must understand, look at this, you see this? You must avoid the battle, you must avoid an argument. What you need to do at this moment in time, just be aware of who this person is, and be aware of what this person is maybe doing, because that person is not being completely honest with you, and at the same time, without you even realizing, that person was actually affecting your happiness, that person was affecting your plans. Maybe that person was too often like keep on planting opinions on you, their own opinions, and maybe you've lost yourself just a little bit because of that specific person. I'm talking about someone very strong in a character, but I'm talking about someone whose intentions are not exactly clear, and I do not like this whatsoever, to be quite honest with you, because when I see that this is to do with you, maybe really you had to change your plans because of that particular person. For example, you had to change things that you wanted to do in life, and that kind of affected your happiness. And now this is going to become obvious, because if there wasn't this person right now, you will have a really great reason for celebration much earlier than you're actually going to have. I'm not saying that you're not going to have a reason for celebration, you are, but that would have happened much earlier because of that particular person, because that particular person has been kind of like manipulating you to the point where it's just now affecting your own accomplishment in life and things that you want to do. So you really need to kind of work out who this is. But at the same time, my gorgeous Gemini, what I really like is that by the end of the month you are gonna have such a powerful news, such a powerful message about your own success, about your own victory. This is brilliant, because this is to do with like you overcoming such a massive problem and a challenge, and that in itself is going to put you on an advanced stage, and this in itself is to do with your own victory. And the reason why you're going to be on an advanced stage, something is going to become available to you that wasn't available before. But before that happened, you are going to need to have an important conversation with someone, and that conversation that you are going to have with someone, just out of the blue, it's going to turn into some kind of negotiation. But my God, this is going to be big mama, this is going to be good. The negotiation is going to happen at the time when you do not plan it, when you do not think about it. Something is going to be offered to you, and it's going to be kind of turned into negotiation. But you're going to like this so much, because it is coming from someone who's really powerful, strong, a very strong figure in your life. But above all, that particular strong, powerful figure in your life is honest, is literally honest. So this is why this is going to be so good. And this particular person is so powerful, and they know something that you don't know. And I think that this is a lot to do with life, with experience in life and things like that, and the things that you're maybe working on and trying to achieve. This person knows so many different levels of what you're doing right now. So it's either someone really a little bit older than yourself, or it's either someone who is ridiculously experienced within the same field that you actually are. So of course that this person is going to play an important role. Just remember, it's going to turn into like a very, very successful negotiation indeed. And also, you know, just be aware, you know, you be aware not to make an unwise choice this month as well. And this is specifically in between the actual 14th and the 31st of October. You are gonna, I know it's a long stage to pay attention to unwise choice, but how are you gonna know what am I talking about? This unwise choice that you must not be you must not make, almost as if you're like gonna be, I'm not saying that you may be drunk a little bit and then you make this choice, do you know what I mean? But I'm like saying that you may not be like kind of yourself at around the time. I'm not saying you're going to be drunk, do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, my point is that within this stage, within this period, you're going to be surrounded by the people that are really off with their energy, but you're going to be surrounded by the group of people who are like very strange, very unusual, and something is not going to feel right. Something is not going to feel okay. Something is not going to feel how it should feel. You will be able to notice that balance. You're Gemini, you're very sensitive, you're an empath, you feel things, you know, when something is wrong, you just know it. You are very, very spiritual. I know this for a fact. I do know this, trust me. So you will kind of be aware of this. You're going to be surrounded by really people who are acting very strange, bizarre, but they're not meant to be like this. They're not meant to act like this. They're not meant to give you a vibe like this. So you will already know something is not right, you know, these little bastards, you know, you will know something is not right. And somehow some kind of choice is going to be presented to you. Maybe they will be too nicey, maybe they will be too sweetie, but something is not going to be right, and it's all going to be boiled down towards this choice being offered to you. No, baby, no, you will know that this is unwise. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense whatsoever. So don't be taken away with all these ludicrous people, you know. Don't be taken away, no matter what the subject is, no matter what you're talking about, no matter what you've been promised, you know. Just go with the flow, go with your intuition, go with your voice within, because everything is going to be boiling down to kind of like not to make an unwise choice. Just remember that there is a much better way that will make you happier. Okay, so avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives as well. But above all, try to avoid that unwise choice no matter what. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, what I quite like, please try to reconnect. My God, try to reconnect with people. This is so important for reconnection October, okay? Try to reconnect with people who think like you. Like maybe you like spiritual things, reconnect with the people who do spiritual things. But it's a lot about you being yourself, allowing yourself to be yourself. But it's also a lot to do with your own spirituality. Sometimes people don't understand it. That's all what we are. We are spiritual. We are spirituality, okay? We are spiritual beings. We can understand messages. We can do things like on such a high and elevated level only if we allow ourselves to get to that stage. And we're never going to allow ourselves to like kind of progress in life to the point that we could if we are keep on slowing ourselves down. And how we do this? Where we do this when sometimes we just like kind of not get stuck, but we can be surrounded by the people who kind of are having a bit of a toxic energy in such a way. I hate that. I don't like that word toxic, by the way, but who are having like this really kind of is their new word, like toxic. I don't like this word, actually. Sorry, forget, I'm taking this word out. It's just about people. When you're surrounded by the people with the negative energy, when you're surrounded with the people who are like a constant downer, they're preventing you to be yourself. So you just need to understand to kind of like, this is a lot to do with spirituality and finding like a bizarre and strange part of yourself that you really love. This is your spirituality and taking on the next level. So it's really important for you to understand, to reconnect. Try to reconnect with people who think like you, okay? Because at the same time, there are so many kind of ideas that you're going to get through that, so many inspirations. But at the same time, by you reconnecting with people who like really think like you, maybe you will want to reconnect with a friend you haven't seen in a long time. That could be it, you know what I mean? But something is going to come out of it. There is a bigger picture to this. Something is going to come out of it in terms of you not only kind of like getting some kind of ideas with it. The ideas that you're going to get are going to help you so much to compare something. But at the same time, these ideas are really going to open your eyes, are going to motivate you, and it's also going to help you to realize the importance of revisiting an old plan as well. And by revisiting your old plan, you are at that moment in time also going to embrace your inner child. This is going to be a really big moment for you indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Geminini, when it comes to the actual nutrition and things like that, it is ever so important to mention to you again that you're going to need something to boost your immune system, but you're also going to need something to give you a bit of an energy, and you're also going to need something like for your sensitive bones. Of course, that I'm highly recommending you my natural vitamin D3 product. These are my own vitamins. That these are the best. They're made with high exceptional with the highest quality ingredients, without any rubbish, without any chemicals. It is what it is, pure and natural, and it's suitable for vegetarians, suitable for vegans. As I said, they are of an exceptional quality. It took me ages to make this, but they are absolutely superb. So natural vitamin D3, I highly recommend you in combination. Do you know how important supplements are nowadays? It's like, oh my Lord, you could be in the sun every single day, but I'm telling you, you do not have to believe me. You still need to take a daily vitamin D3 supplement. There is so much going on. Okay, so that's all I can say. So natural vitamin D3 supplement, and at the same time in combination with zinc picolinate, which is also going to be superb for your dry and sensitive skin, but it's also going to be amazing with the actual combination to create a powerful combination to boost your immune system, and it's also going to re-energize you, of course. And the third thing I absolutely highly recommend you, it's organic chlorella. Organic chlorella is purely because we are bombarded with the metals. There are metals in the air, there are metals in the sky, there are metals in the ground, there are metals in the soil. The metals are everywhere. They are in our bodies. So we need something to detoxify ourselves from all these metals. And organic chlorella is amazing. It's a natural, it has got like a vitamins, minerals, protein. It has got an omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body does not produce ourselves, but is so important for our brain, for our memory. And this is what all these metals are doing. It's affecting our brain, our way of thinking. It's affecting our own power, and it's affecting our body's own ability to absorb nutrition. This is very, very dangerous indeed. So this is why organic chlorella has got this ability to detoxify your body from the metals. This has been proven indeed. So this is something I highly recommend you as well. If you would like to get these vitamins, this is my own brand, and also the link is in the description below. And if you don't find the links in the description below, just go on Google, type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and my vitamins are gonna come up my page, and you can buy my vitamins that way as well. I also have to say, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether you can take these supplements, whether they can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Geminini, I'm going on the very first date, which is going to be quite important, which is going to be on the 5th of October. Now, the 5th of October, you are kind of gonna become aware of some kind of delay. And this delay is gonna start getting on your nerves, because this delay has already it's to do with a certain aspect of your life. Something is not happening, something is not happening, and something is not happening. And this has brought so much negativity, stress, and like uncertainty into your life, especially when it comes to you feeling, oh God, like a really you're feeling uninspired. Do you know what I mean? It's like stagnation. It brought stagnation into your life, and this is not a good energy. And that in itself, you know what? This is actually going to be really good. So it's going to start with you feeling frustrated about a certain delay, but you must not worry about it whatsoever, because by the time that the 11th of October happens, something is going to be revealed to you. Massive, huge, big mama, giant revelation. Something that you're going to be looking on the outside. You're going to become aware of some kind of aspect happening on the outside, nothing to do with your life, people in your life, but you're going to be looking at the people like something that they're doing or something they've done, and you're going to be thinking like it's some kind of distraction of other people that's distracting, distractions, it's like, and that in itself, it's really going to open your eyes, and it's also going to make you aware that maybe that person or these people having their life dominated by something dark, negative, ludicrous that you do not want to be part of. You don't want this dominate your life. So this is like, you see what this delay has actually gave you time to reflect in a certain way. You are going to start this delay. It's going to start with frustration, but this frustration is so needed and necessary, this energy, in order to understand things that you're looking at that have nothing to do with this from a completely different angle, from a completely different level. You see, you can get a frustration energy. You can even gain something out of it is if you understand it from a specific aspect, which is going to be happening here. So this is going to work in your favor. So through this delay, this is actually going to give you enough time to become aware of this situation on the outside, which is going to open your eyes, is going to make you aware of maybe this person or these people have been dominated by something very dark and negative. Absolutely, indeed, yes. And at the same time, this is going to be such a breaking point when it comes to you, my gorgeous Geminini, indeed, because it's going to make you feel so much better about yourself, and it's almost as if you're going to receive this is your blessing. You're understanding this and you're becoming aware of this is actually your blessing, because at the same time, look, the sign and the message you are going to have, you will know that something from another world is here. You will know that some spirit, it's going to be around. You will feel something so intensely in between the 5th and the 11th of October. You will know, listen to me very carefully, spirit guide, guardian angel, a spirit. It could be a spirit guide, it could be a guardian angel, it could be like somebody who used to be in your life, or it could be just like a really friendly passing by spirit. If you don't believe in a spirit world, I suggest you, my gorgeous Gemini, you better do, because there is so much, anyway, most likely there is so much more to this world. There is so much more. We are so much more powerful than they make us to be. You know what I mean? It's like we are so much more powerful than what we actually realize. You know what I mean? So this is why this is so important to understand that in a stage and a period in between the 5th and the 11th of October, you are gonna have a moment where you will know that something is around you. You will know something is around you, whether something is going to fall, whether the plant is going to move, whether you're going to smell something again, whether you're going to feel someone is just around you. It could be, that's the most common one, or whether you're going to be aware of someone there, and then you look and it's like no one there. And then suddenly you're like at the corner of your eye, you see someone there and there is no one there. Do you know what I mean? So you will know that there is something around you. It goes by the smell as well. Maybe you will smell like some kind of food that you didn't smell in a long time, but that somebody who used to be in your life used to cook. It depends. You will know when the spirit is around you in between the 5th and the 11th of October. And that is again going to happen when the spirit is going to be around you within the last 7 days of October. Within the last 7 days, again, again, the same situation is going to happen. That spirit, you're going to feel so strongly something is around you, and then you are pretty much so a couple of days after that, you are going to have such a couple of days, almost immediately after that, sorry, within the next couple of days after that, or almost immediately, you are going to know kind of exactly, oh my God, that you are going to have a new possibilities that are going to bring new relationships into your life. And you're also going to have like you're going to become aware of some kind of new knowledge that now you're also going to be able to apply into your life. And even more so, you know, this is going to bring you really powerful new possibilities. You will know, you will have a sign, and this sign is going to be really unique in so many different ways, but it's going to point towards the new possibilities. And what you're doing right now, you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your life, and at the same time you're starting the process of a very, very special spiritual journey, which is going to lead towards your own, as I mentioned before, blessings. And of course that this card had to come out. Thank you very much. And it's to do with your talent, it's to do with your skill, it's to do with, like, you know, things that you feel so special about. You know, we all have them, you know. So, and also when it comes to the 5th of October, somebody's going to be very honest with you, somebody very beautiful, somebody very gorgeous, somebody very educated. It doesn't have to be educated in an educational level. It can be educated when it comes to life. Do you know what I mean? Education can come in so many different ways, but for some reason you find this person like a really, really kind of honest and beautiful and educated, and this person is very gorgeous in so many different ways. This person is actually going to give you very much so interesting advice, and the advice and inspiration, you know, to trust your intuition and to follow your heart. And also at the same time, through that person, you're going to realize to not to waste your energy on negative thoughts, negative way of thinking, because you're very powerful. You don't want negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges whatsoever. So this is something that is going to be pointed at you indeed. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, what else I was going to recommend to you, this absolutely beautiful and ever so powerful Indonesian plum agate. Look how beautiful this is, a gorgeous piece that makes you, sorry, it brings such, it's a fantastic balancer, and it also like kind of brings so much strength, so much confidence into our lives. And it's also kind of increases the passion, increases our vibration and energy around those things in life that we should be passionate about, we should feel passionate about. It's a lot to do with our soul journey, our spirit purpose, our soul purpose, and things like that. But it's also a lot to do with sometimes so much going on around us that we just kind of like very often lose ourselves. And it's the most important thing is like to follow our own passion. And this is absolutely brilliant when it comes to it. So it's not only with the things that we do, but it's also like when it comes to our personal things, personal life, and things like that. It just increases your vibration and energy almost instantly. Never mind the fact it's so beautiful and striking. So this gorgeous Indonesian plum agate, it's like basically this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, so thank you very much for that. The second date that I would like you to pay attention to is going to be on the 12th of October. On the 12th of October, you are gonna, I like this so much, what you're gonna become aware of, you know, it's like a basic invitation, and it's to do with an opportunity. You're gonna become aware of like a really important opportunity, but you're gonna need to be very methodical. Okay, and also at the same time you're going to need to understand that there is something that you're going to find challenging about, but by the 17th of October you will know exactly what do you need to do, especially when it comes to that challenge. But this opportunity is going to be so good for you, because this opportunity is directly going to attack the part of your life that I started this reading with, that makes you feel so incomplete. So this is why this is going to be so important, and you are, just by doing this, just by focusing on it, just by knowing, just by being aware of it, you're going to find this rewarding, let alone what is going to happen later on when it comes to the ultimate success in your life. It's all connected, you know, and it's to do with your own self-satisfaction that you're going to feel. This is a really kind of a leading towards such a beautiful satisfaction, accomplishment, pretty much so very favorable social relationships, love, joy, devotion. This is brilliant because it's going to reflect on your on your pleasure in daily existence and sincerity, you know. And also on another hand, when it comes to the actual 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th of October, you are gonna kind of like you're gonna be reminded just out of the blue about some kind of incorrect advice that you had. And incorrect advice that you had that you're going to be reminded about is because the situation that you're going to be facing, it's going to bring you like a little bit of an emotional confusion just because you were kind of like you had an incorrect advice. So when it comes to that situation, and when you become aware of that incorrect advice, my gorgeous Gemini, let me tell you that this in itself, it's really going to put you on the path. Look at this. This is going to really, for the first time in your life, you're going to feel something that you've never felt before. And what you're going to, the same, for the first time in your life, you're going to feel something that you've never felt before. And at the same time, that, my gorgeous Gemini, my goodness, this is crazy. This came out the third time. Okay, so you know, for the first time in your life, you're going to feel something that you've never felt before. And this in itself, it's going to make you aware. You have to be persistent. You have to be persistent. You have to be persistent. You have to keep going. You have to keep going. You have to keep going no matter what. This is the balance that's missing in your life. This is the energy that's missing in your life. But at the same time, it's going to show you what exactly do you need to nurture above absolutely everything else in order to avoid so much sadness, depression and negativity that you've been through, that was caused by the certain delays in your life that caused so much worry, you know, and so much, maybe like so many sleepless nights and things like that. So again, things are going to be so wonderfully beautifully connected spiritually. It's like a spiritual domino, which is going to lead towards a very important contemplation. The contemplation that you are going to have in between the 12th and the 17th of October. The contemplation that you're going to have, my gorgeous Gemini, it's going to consist of two things. Whether you're going to start a new project, okay, and the second thing that you're going to have a contemplation is, so it's going to be either a new project, or am I just going to keep on doing the same things that are making me feel unhappy? Well, you don't have to be genius to work this out, right? So it's to do with a new project. This is the baby that you need to pay attention to. Hello, baby. It's to do with the beginning of a new project, my gorgeous Gemini. So I think that this is quite, you know, not very difficult contemplation indeed. You just have to be honest with yourself, and you have to recognize which aspect of your life, you know, came to an end, which is started to make you feel like really negative at this moment, at this stage in your life. And you already done half a thing, you know. Another thing I was going to recommend to you, look at this beauty. Look at how gorgeous this is. I'm crazy for this color crystals. They're absolutely beautiful. Okay, and this is chrysocolla with azurite, absolutely beautiful. Okay, chrysocolla with azurite. This is an amazing crystal, not only when it comes to its power, but it helps you to come out of yourself. It helps you to, as soon as you wear it, it makes you feel like you want to break boundaries, and you become so powerful, so strong when it comes to your energy. It's to do with communication. You kind of express yourself in a very powerful and eloquent way. I'm not saying that you're not doing this normally, please. I'm just saying, like, when you are like kind of facing people that are very dark and negative when it comes to the energy, we are not ourselves, and they can very often affect us, the way we act. So this really helps you to stay in a top form, but it also helps you to communicate, to talk, to open yourself up. You know, you learn so much, and it's also brilliant at the time of transformation as well. And this beautiful pendant you can buy from my store, of course, and the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. The third important date It's going to be on the 31st of October. On the 31st of October, first of all, I have to do this. It just came to me. Okay, on the 31st of October, first of all, there is something that you're going to realize. It's time to move on. Okay, on the 31st of October, you're going to realize it's time to move on. You will know exactly which part of your life is making you feel like really kind of unhappy. But you know, this is already what you knew, but you just have to be honest with yourself, and at the same time you are going to be really, really wise. You will know that what is on your mind, it's like, you know, it is the right thing to do. So it's pretty much so with you understanding like that you need to come up with a plan. It's going to take a while until it happens, but you are going to need to really move on with a specific aspect of your life, because it's going to be absolutely evident, you know, by the 31st of October exactly what am I talking about. On another hand, the 31st of October, my gorgeous Gemini, it's also like a basically, this is brilliant. This is brilliant because at the same time you will see such a beautiful, the message that you are going to have here, maybe a message, maybe an email, maybe a news, you know, it's to do with an improvement. You will know that this day, you will know exactly which part of your life it's improving so much. And this is to do with your development, it's to do with like promotion, and it's also to do with an outcome of past efforts, which is leading towards your own rebirth. I like it so much because this is to do with an aspect of your life that was also delayed, and I'm talking about like within the last couple of years. Maybe it was delayed like about 2 years, you know, but it's to do with a delay, and now suddenly you're going to feel very active, very determined, and this is to do with your own experience, with things that you know, it's to do with your own skills, but at the same time it's all going to boil down towards an idea, an important idea. But at the time when you become aware of that idea, you're going to become aware of something else. No, baby, no. That other thing that you're going to become aware of, I can just tell you, it's like about some kind of temptation. So just avoid this temptation, and I hope that you're going to realize what this is, because this temptation is going to happen at around a similar time, and it's going to give you this fake feeling or fake knowledge or fake way of thinking that something else is going to be much better for you, and it's going to be much quicker, much sooner. But at that moment in time, you will know that something is here not quite right as well. So go with this feeling. Just go with a nice path that you know it's clean and right for you, instead of something dodgy, short, quick, and it's just like kind of no. It's going to last as quick as it took you to get there. So you see what I mean? Start from the right way around. Don't start at the end. Start at the beginning where you should start. So this is what's important for you to remember. So be aware of this temptation, and you are going to. And as soon as you kind of start, as soon as you take this idea on, you know, this is going to start the process of release from a bondage, and it's also going to help you to start understanding things about yourself, about your life. You're going to become really deep, you know, and you're going to start like kind of focusing and connecting to so many things you haven't connected before, and this is going to be a clear sign and indication that you really have to move on with a certain aspect of your life, because what you're doing right now, you're reaching towards your own enlightenment indeed. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of October, mid part of October, and the last part of October. So the first part of October, it's like basically, I like this so much because the month is going to start with a sudden and unexpected progress, but this is to do with a very positive change in your life. But at the same time, you just need to remember, when you become aware of that positive change in your life, just remember to take one step at a time, and just remember that certain things take time, you know, to be patient. So you must not let any timing to put you off whatsoever. The mid part of this month, it's like basically just you need to understand to pay attention to the balance in your life. Try to take a day or two out, or try to do something to reward yourself. You are gonna need to pay attention to the actual balance in your life. The more healing you get through that way, the better outcome it's going to be. Okay, so you know, especially when it comes to so many different aspects of your life. So try to kind of, if you feel like things are getting a little bit too much, just take a couple of days out and try to do something. Try to reward yourself. Important. And the last part of this month, you know, oh my god, this is brilliant, especially when it comes to the last 11 days. The last 11 days in October, it's gonna be full of epiphanies. And every single time you see number 333, 222, okay, so you see either 333 or either 222. Every single time you see that number within the last 11 days of October, you can expect a very powerful epiphany. But at the same time, these epiphanies are going to lead to magical, literally magical opportunities and plans that are going to work absolutely perfectly. Just remember that. So now, my gorgeous Geminini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship. So for those of you who are in relationship, you are gonna need to sort out some kind of a problem, some kind of suspicion. There is some kind of a problem that you're gonna need to sort out because, sorry, that problem was on your mind quite a lot, and some kind of suspicion that you're going to have. And that in itself, it's really been affecting your spirituality so much. I think something has been on your mind, something has been draining you, some kind of a problem, some kind of issue that you need to bring it up. Because now, if you don't bring that up, it's going to turn into something completely different. You know, this is important for you to understand. So it's a certain problem that is going to come up, my gorgeous Geminini, when it comes to the couples, but you need to sort this out. It's something that you've been thinking about so much, something that was on your mind so much, something that created this suspicion, but it started to affect you spiritually. So it's becoming no baby, no zone in so many different ways. And if it carries on like that unresolved, then it's just going to become worse and worse and worse, and it's going to turn into something completely kind of like unrepairable. You know what I mean? So you need to deal with the problem, with an issue, as soon as you become aware of this. And this in itself is going to be highlighted again. Just remember, it's to do with a suspicion. So for those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Geminini, for those of you who are single, it's something is just going to come to you completely out of the blue. And this is going to happen at around the 12th of October, but it's going to happen at around the 22nd of October again. So it's to do with you understanding and knowing exactly what do you need to do, what do you need to keep doing in order to bring somebody into your life. It's to do with you understanding, like it's to do with the tact is necessary to maintain pace, but it's not only about that. It's about you, like keep going, sticking to the certain plan, keep on doing the same things, and that particular thing, it's actually going to bring someone into your life, and it's not going to be that long whatsoever. As soon as you become aware of like what do you have to be tactical about, what you have to keep on doing, and it's going to be revealed on these 2 particular days. This is going to be your answer. You will even know like exactly how long it's roughly going to be until someone new walks into your life. It is going to really give you like a clear indication of time as well. Very, very interesting indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Geminini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.